Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle and I do the readings.
Time for the TarotOracle show.
What is going on? Thank you for being here, Maruta and Sarah. Let's start with a general. We are starting early. New Year's resolution. Start the stream a little earlier, I guess. New Year's resolution today is to start the stream a little bit earlier, apparently. So, yeah, we successfully did it. We did it. We fulfilled all of our New Year's resolutions in one fell swoop and started the stream way too early. But yeah, there we go. All right, let's do a little bit of a general with the Druidcraft and see what adventures that takes us on. Let's see what's going on with love and life and all the other fascinating pieces of that puzzle. A little bit of a strife, a little bit interesting, a strife and where to go, a strife and what to do here. It does feel like that you're on a new path in 2024 that's bringing you to a new place, or you're on a new path that's bringing you to an unusual juncture. It feels like we're on this adventure alone, and it feels like that something is illuminated, something is bringing up, something is being presented to us within the context of 2024. Very interesting indeed that we have sort of a look-see into the void, or on the other side of the card read over here. What's more interesting, though, is the strife associated with looking forward. It's almost like that you want to do something. You want to accomplish these things. You want to really push some things forward, but not everybody agrees. Not everybody is on your side over here. Strife next to the 3 as well just talks about a little bit of a conflict about which path to choose. It's almost like a steroid jacked up 7 of Cups, where I have multiple paths, I have multiple things that I need to do, and I'm not sure which one to do. It's almost like that you're kind of on your own. You're out in the cold here trying to figure out how to proceed or how to push through some of these adventures, some of these things that we're coming into. You do have somebody new coming in as far as romantic is concerned. I do think that they sort of present a couple of red flags, not just an extreme amount of red flags, but this is somebody who has more interest than you're normally accustomed to. Someone who draws you in a little bit more, someone who gets you a little bit more on the adventurous side, makes you want to sort of discover what's happening, what's going on, why is this person doing these things. I do think it's sort of interesting. This is also, I believe, a fire sign. It could be it for pushing forward with that. So a little bit more of an adventurous fire sign, kind of looking into the future, trying to figure out what to do, and multiple paths. Which one should I take? I definitely you should take the one that you're more drawn to, which oddly enough, I think is the one that you're least liking. It's like, I'm drawn to this, but if I do this, like, how is that going to work out? How is that going to make me successful? How is that going to be the logical pursuit? So it's almost like you know what to do, but logic is taking you in a different direction. And in this particular case, I think logic loses. Karima! We got the double MR, double Karima. Thank you very much for your donations. I appreciate you. Let's do Karima phase 1. Go ahead and start out with the Tasty Tarot. The Tasty Tarot. There we go. Samantha went and visited all of them. Did you figure out what was wrong with Jack, Samantha? Like, what was going on with Jack while you were there? I'm just kind of curious. But yeah, none were a good fit. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate indeed. Sounds like my life. Yeah, Sarah. There's Sarah's dating life right there. You saw all the dogs, and I mean, you know, that's you didn't find the ones that were ready to party down. That's what I'm saying. You gotta locate those. You gotta hunt those down a little bit more than usual. But yes, that's what happens. All right, this is current feelings for me. What's going on? A little bit of that feast over here. The feast just can't be hidden within these cards. I think there's something really going on in this particular feasty barrage, as we say. 5 of Wands, the Lord of Strife, is back again. It seems we can't get rid of that one as well. So 5 of Wands is interesting, right? So what are the current feelings? We're pulling into a definite new generation of feelings, or a new it's almost like that they leveled up a video game as far as the feelings are going. And we have this new territory. We have these new adventures. We have this new kind of landscape that we're looking at as far as the feelings go. And I think that they were pulled into a unique direction, or pulled into a new direction for the new year. We've seen them in past readings kind of be focused a little more on the new year than what you would have expected, or kind of where you're sort of coming from there. The Hermit is here again. We have almost an exact copy of the previous read. That's pretty weird. But yeah, the Hermit is over here with shining the light, in this time it's not to the void, shining the light of defensiveness. I think they need to be less defensive. They need to be less defensive against your ideas, your inspirations, where you're going, what you're doing. And I think that's going to be their big focus in 2024, is be less defensive. Be more on the road to success with you, and almost like just sort of get in that jive, you know what I'm saying? That same feel, that same look and feel as what you're looking at, is what you're going for. Overall, the Nine of Cups just says that they have better overall emotions in 2024, especially in the month of January, than you may be accustomed to. I do think the first 2 weeks are going to be kind of weird, but then after that, we clean up a little bit and look at that. Be random with me. Welcome. Appreciate hanging out tonight. Tarot reader, we got Joe is back in the house. Joe waited all the way into the new year to go ahead and come in and say hello. What's going on, Joe? Been a minute. We got Samantha on the PayPal side. Thank you so much. All right. Good evening to you, Joe. Tarot reader, thank you for your donation. We got you in the queue over here. All right. Well, what are the most prominent thoughts today? That's interesting that we're carrying things, right? We have that method. We have that mode in the Five of Wands. The Lord of Strife, we're carrying things. The Ten of Wands, we're carrying things. They are carrying. They are literally loading up on a variety of things as far as the thoughts go. I think that everything is possible in 2024. We have more possibilities. We're opening the door to bigger, better things. We're opening the door to kind of what is going to be in the next generation. The King of Pentacles says that money needs to be spent in 2024 as well. It really feels like money is a focus. Money needs to be spent. Money needs to be outlined in this direction. Temperance just talks about sort of getting things in balance, getting things on the road to where we would like them to be in 2024 as well, and sort of making a success out of what we have. And those are the prominent thoughts. Samantha, thank you for the double donation over the PayPal side. I really appreciate that. Well, let's go to MR. I've got a couple of D feels. Let's see how we can feel the D tonight. Over here with a little bit of an adventurous tarot is what I'm talking about. A little bit of an adventure. We got Karima with phase 3, or phase 4. Thank you very much for your donations. All right, Wolfie, thank you as well. We got Black Swan up in the house. What's going on? All the older people are coming back. Wolfie has returned from a very long hiatus, but yeah, good to see you, Wolfie, hanging out. What's going on? We got D's feelings for me. Hermit in every read, no matter how much I shuffle it, no matter how much I get a different deck, we got the Hermit in every single spread tonight. Page of Swords, it's just sort of very, very much alone at this point. We have loneliness, we have very focused, and I think that they're on that road to being very focused on other people, very focused on dating others, very focused on sort of making changes in their life and adjusting things and adjusting their behaviors to make things a little bit better. And that is going to be a priority as far as sort of the first month of 2024 goes. We do have kind of meeting new people, socializing with other people. I think the feelings are on hold right now. Page of Swords, I don't really want to communicate. I don't want to sort of, get in that mode right now. So taking it easy, taking it a little bit on the relaxed side, but there you go. All right, let's see about D's next actions. Do we have some communication? Do we not have any communication? What's going on? Let's see how that works out. Well, that is going to be good there, too. Okay. No, I'm sorry. 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. 9 of Pentacles with a 7 of Pentacles sort of previous over there. You do have a 6 of Pentacles into the 9, and then back into a 6. So we're surrounded by 6. I really think that it is going to be not a love bombing, but a level of apologies. Like, I need to apologize. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I think that they will communicate that within the context of, when they contact you and what have you. I do think they're still going to contact you. You need to be patient. When they do contact you, be very apologetic. And I do think that is sort of the next thing. It's almost like that they're talking bad about you or gossiping about you or something like that over there as well. It's sort of interesting just how isolated we are from the people in this particular 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, interesting indeed. All right, let's see what's going on. We got Karima with the final donation. Thank you very much. Speaking of Karima, let's start out with Karima phase 3, I think, or phase 2 or something like that. No, phase 2. There we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and use everyone's favorite tonight, the Modern Love Tarot, making it happen. NC up in the house. Thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. We got the Samantha double shot, and had fatty tumors on his side. The shelter said he was fine. I don't think he's fine. I don't think he's fine, but there you go. But that's just my 2 cents. Never assume a dog ain't fine based upon a fat man reading cards on the internet. Let's see. Actually, I want to... Okay, we got more of this. All right, so we just did Karima and thoughts and feelings of keeping himself about me. Would he like to tell me? Let's see how that is going. All right, secret thoughts and feelings that he's keeping to himself about me. Let's see what we're keeping to ourselves. What can't we get on there? BF, I thank you for your donation on the PayPal. Appreciate you. But yeah, Yellow, welcome. Appreciate how's it going. How is it going? All right, what are the secret feelings, thoughts he's keeping himself about me? The 10 of Pentacles, very big modifications and kind of in their home, or how your home living goes, or how things are being approached, or how things are changing, right? I do think that they want to communicate this, and that's not something that they have leveled communication out yet. That's something they're not ready. I don't think they have everything hashed out, but definitely we have this new house, this new environment, something radical, something really different as far as building a home. We have a happy home, happy family. We have an isolated house over here. And then we're kind of more in a remote area than you would be kind of guessing at. But yeah, 5 of Pentacles, very interesting. Could be an expensive venture. Could be an interesting push in another direction than what you had originally thought. But we have said several times that they're talking about moving. They want to move. They're very focused on moving. So I think they may have some drastic changes in mind, like being a little bit more remote, or having some land around you, or what have you, as well. All right, let's see. What would he like to tell me? Or the connection that he won't say, but he is scared, or being because of ego. What would he like to tell me about this connection that he won't say because he's too scared, or because the ego is in the way? Let's see. What about this connection that we're too scared? Hermit is back. I think we're kind of going back a little bit to the fear of being alone, the fear of isolation, the fear of you not being there, the fear of changing drastically in our life, and then it just doesn't work out. It's like, I need to commit, or I need to make this happen. I need to push this over the edge, and I'm the only one willing to stick around with that. The 10 of Cups into the Hermit, a transition into being alone, a transition into isolation, a transition into something big, something that we have dedicated a lot of our time and resources to, and it just doesn't work out, right? The 10 of Cups with that Hermit. I tried to make a happy home, happy family, but ended up being alone, maybe ended up leaving, what have you as well. The 9 of Swords. I do think that he occasionally has a nightmare to where you're not you're missing or you're gone or something, but somebody took you, or somebody like took you away or something like that, maybe a new relationship or something like that. The Nine of Swords says that nightmare occasionally comes through. Overall, the Strength card, it just talks about the warmth and stuff like that. Conquering a little bit, conquering the multiple lions in this case. So there we go. All right, there we go. Modern Love Tarot does it again. Modern Love Tarot makes the grade, as always. Let's go to. We've got Samantha with, I believe, the triple shot over here. Let's get the going, get it going with that. Had Fatty too, yeah, you know, I don't know. But anyway, well, I like the dog Honey Bun that I'm going to meet on Saturday. Hopefully you do. Hopefully Honey Bun. I mean, how can you go wrong with Honey Bun? I mean, as far as names goes, how can you go wrong with Honey Bun? I don't think it's possible. I really don't think it's possible to go wrong with Honey Bun. You just go ahead and that's going to be a complete win. But let's use a little bit of a dog deck and see if we are going to like Honey Bun. But Saturday, we got a short week, which is great. I love a short week. It's already hump day tomorrow. I love a short week. But yeah, are you going to like this dog? Page of Cups, Devil, Five of Cups. I think that you'll like the dog. Yeah, I think that you'll like the dog. Honey Bun, even oddly, even though we have a good name, seems like a very shy dog. It seems like a very isolated dog, a dog that takes a little bit more time to get to know. They really kind of need a stable environment. The minute you take them out of a stable environment and you got to do some other stuff, I think they get all freaked out. You know what I'm saying? The demo, they get all scared. I think this is going to be a doll that's going to hide under the bed for a little bit and definitely going to be difficult to warm up to this dog. But hey, it's just a tarot reading. Five of Cups, like disappointment. Maybe Honey Bun got smacked around or something like that. Page of Cups is difficult to connect. And the Devil card, like, you know, a little bit on the shy side. A little bit on the shy side. So you're going to have to deal with that. We got a state exam coming up as well. Go ahead and stick with the dog deck just because. How will it do on the state exam coming up Thursday, 2 days from now? Wow, that's going to be a day after tomorrow. Nine of Swords, don't worry about it. The sun reveals the answer. The sun reveals the things that we need, the things that are required, the things that we have been waiting for. Eight of Wands says the state exam goes by quick because you're pretty confident about the answers. It seems like the answers are pretty easy. When I say easy, they're like obvious. Like if you know the material and you've done these things, it feels like this is something that's not going to be a problem at all. Nine of Swords says don't be too concerned about it. This looks like it's pretty even based and something where you can just sort of look through and go, oh, I think they're asking about that. I get why they're asking about that. Overall, the sun says all is revealed. All the answers, all the things that you're looking for are there, ready to be picked up, ready to be rock and rolled. And there you go. I think you're going to do fantastic on it. We'll get the studiousness over there. All the studying at the computer is paying off and will pay off in this example, so I like that. A little bit of a shuffle of the doggy deck, and then we'll go to the next one. Will A feel towards me in the spring? I don't know, is this like a romance or something, or is this just a buddy or a friend, somebody you haven't seen in a while? This is somebody who does miss you, the world. You traveled all the way around the world, and we've come back, we finally returned, and what have you. Big changes as far as A goes. I think the Tower says they're a little bit different than what you're expecting. I think maybe their personality has changed a little bit, or they've had some new adventures that you haven't heard about. You definitely have some good things in there, but I think that they're going to be a little bit different than what you're expecting. Knight of Swords with the world, again, I feel like, hey, it's about time we met up. It's about time things go well, and I think that they're really looking forward to this and looking pretty good. The world also, we're sort of jumping through. We're kind of excited. We've come all of this way, one big round trip, and now we are back to the start. Looking good being back to the start indeed. Let's go to the start over here. We got Britnay is in the queue. Britnay, you will be after Karima right there. So there we go. We'll put you right in there. and see what's going on. We got super duper Linares in the queue. We definitely want to use that today. And right now, we'll go for Victorian Romantic Tarot. So I did look up the current price of my Victorian Romantic Tarot that I saved and then I put in the closet and I did not open. And it appears that damn thing is selling for $450. So I paid $100 for it. Now it's selling for $450. So that is a good investment. I should have bought 1,000 of them, you know. Anyway, has he been thinking of me a lot lately? Let's see what's going on and if that's going to result into any actions as far as the thoughts go. A 5 of Cups with the Knight with the 8 of Cups. I think one thing that they have been very focused on is work right now, sort of working. And I think part of the thing that they really want to know is, and I'm just going to go out on a limb here. It's almost like they want to work with you, or they want to have a project or something with you. Maybe a new business, maybe something else going on, but it feels like that they want to get with you and them to team up to do something interesting. I think that they have that. 8 of Pentacles, let's work together over here. And 8 of Cups, I'm not sure if you're going to stick around for this or if you'd be interested in this or how this would go. But they definitely want to join up for some joint venture, some business idea or something like that. Could be an idea that you've had that you've discussed before. They're like that. I think that works. Let's try that out at a minimum. The Knight of Wands sort of working together, getting the fiery aspect out there and getting that moving. And I think that's going to be something that would be interesting if you kind of teamed up and went into a business together. I don't know. Are you willing to do that? I mean, are you willing to sort of get into business together and just sort of try it out? I think that would be kind of interesting, but yeah. Anyway, but enough fire and brimstone with that. And yeah, let's see. Let's see what's going on with that. I'm going to go here. What actions is he wanting to take as far as that goes? All right, so we have something, maybe a startup, maybe some business, maybe some stuff going on here. Let's just kind of see where this goes. Golden Yellow and Nessa, thank you for your donations. I appreciate you. But yeah, so what are you to take towards me at the moment? What actions do we got? The Devil with the 6 of Wands, sort of being successful together. Is that really possible? Is that really something that's going to be all right? Is that something that you're willing to do? Is that something, you're willing to sort of take on with this? Or the 6 of Wands, how many customers, how many things can we get going? How many things can we get moving? It's almost like an independent business where you're your own boss and it's going to be sort of passive income. So passive income, they're pretty convinced about how much income you will have through there. But I think that is one of the actions that they want to take. Ace of Cups, this could be a business where you end up hiring somebody. And a 9 of Wands, are you willing to do it? Are you willing to risk it? Are you willing to go in and get that done? So the actions is going to be possibly hiring someone and sort of figuring out a customer base or sort of figuring out how they can sort of make income passively and get that going on the side. Interesting indeed. All right, tarot reader is also interesting. Let's get that moving and see what happens with that. We'll do the super duper Linares version 2. Becca Boo, what's going on? Appreciate you hanging out. How is it going? All right, let's see what's going on. Writing an academic paper, very nice. What does Spirit want me to know? Will it be a success? Not too enthusiastic about it. Oh my. Well, we'll see if that's going to be going on, I guess. Evo, what is going on? Evo has joined us. We got Effie up in the house as well. Everybody is here tonight. Everybody is here tonight. We're writing this. Is it going to be successful? I don't know. Knight of Cups. It really feels like that you get into it for a short period of time, but then you really fall off a cliff. Like your level of interest now is nothing. Like it is really going to be falling off the cliff here. You have that escapism. It's almost like it's a nice escape. It's interesting. It's something that I like to do, something that I like to sort of have as a sideline. But then all of a sudden it becomes a big deal. You're spending way too much time on it. You're spending just way too much stuff going on there. And I think that's sort of in that 8 of, right? So you have this little bit of, I'd like it for a short period of time. It is okay. And it is sort of an escape, but screw this. I mean, screw this. So this is definitely be something. So I think you really want to kind of front load as much work as you can, as quickly as you can on it, so you don't have a lot left once you lose this interest or once it falls off the cliff. Because the Knight of Cups just says, yeah, that romance you have for it is gone, and it's just like, so yeah, knock as much out as you can. Like get the outline, get some major work into it, get a good combo going, and when it's done, you'll be like, oh, thank God. Thank God. All right. Go to the new country this year. You're desperate. All right. Let's see how to go to a new country this year. I'm desperate. I'm done with this. I can't handle this anymore. And how is that going to work out? The Hermit. You're kind of on your own. The 5. I really think it's going to be very difficult. One thing you need to do is plan way ahead on this, like plan a good amount of time on this before you're sort of getting it done. It does feel like that this 5, sort of this level of disappointment, level of not really being 100% into it, just says that you definitely have, I don't know. It just feels like you need to give it some time. The bridge has collapsed, or the bridge is making it difficult to go. The 3, since we do have a celebration and we can go, is sort of that 3 of Pentacles with the teamwork, with getting everything done. However, again, the Hermit just says, this is going to be something you're on your own. This is something you're on your own. And this is going to be a little more expensive than you were anticipating as well. So there we go. All right. We got Black Swan going in here. Wants to know how things are going to be for R and J in 2024. All right, let's see. Tarot in Wonderland or Poe. I guess we can do Poe. I think Poe would be all right. The Poe does know. The Poe is fully aware. The Poe is fully aware. So, there you go. All right, let's see. How things are going to be for R? We're not planning out like we need to. We're not doing the things. It's almost like we're not keeping up with the standard day-to-day love, the standard day-to-day things that we need to do. The 3 of Cups, we're not treating this as seriously as it needs to. Things start getting a little bit on the neglected side. 2 of Wands, somebody kind of has to take over, especially second quarter. I need to take over. I need to make this happen. I need to do something. I think that the level of demands goes way up around mid-year as well. The Moon is an interesting card here because it's almost like a 2 of Swords. We're sort of blindfolded a little bit, and we're sort of on this thing. It's almost like we're competing. We have competitive emotion, competing ideals, competing things for that. Overall, the Queen of Cups just says almost like somebody leaves for a little bit, or there's a separation for around 5 weeks during a 2024 as well. There we go. We got Karima, and the next stage we're going over here to Britnay. Britnay is next in the queue, I do think. So. It has to scan my face every time. It forgot who I am, so now it needs to scan my face. Every single time, it needs to scan and more scan of my face. Well, let's go to the Mons Tarot, which did not scan my face like the PayPal app did. All right. Is he having new or more intense love feelings for me? If so, what kind of love feelings? What actions are we taking towards me? All right, let's see what the love feelings are go. Are we getting more intense? Are we having it on a better level? Are we having it in a relatively good place over here? Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups and the 4 of Cups. More intense feelings. The Queen of Wands is interesting. The Queen of Wands is interesting indeed. It does say that the feelings are just kind of standard. The feelings are just kind of stalled out. The feelings are just how they are. And I think one of the things you're going to be hearing from them in the next couple of months is that the relationship is stable and is exactly the way I want it. I'm gonna say it again. The relationship is stable and it's exactly how I want it, right? That Queen of Wands into that Four of Cups. And that's the thing. I think we have a disagreement. We have a level of disconnect between how content, how satiated each party is with this. But the Wheel of Fortune, I want to keep it the same. I want to keep it at the same level that it is. This could come down to the fear being alone, the fear being abandoned, the fear of things, right? I need things to be stable, and then as it's stable, I can move into the next period of it. But if it's unstable, now I have to stabilize it again before I go to the next step. It feels like they're really focused on next step. I need this with the next step. I need this, and then the next step. Page of Cups, overall, I think they're a little bit checked out right now. A little bit checked out right now as far as the super intense, the super duper love feelings. But yeah, let's see what kind of new love feelings and what actions with those love feelings are going to be taken towards you. We'll put the monsters on the table. Let the monsters hit the floor. Let the monsters hit the floor. Knight of Pentacles, 2 movement over there. You got 2 knights over here, right? We have 2 knights. What actions will we be taking in regards to love feeling? 4 of Wands, spending more time at your place or spending more time at someplace else. And I said this before in a previous reading. I'm going to stick with it. It's almost like that we need to be in another place. Like we need to get a trip. We need to have a hotel together. And I think they're going to start sort of working towards that or working in that mode. The 3 of Pentacles. I am working towards something. I'm working on us being together, us being isolated time, us having some alone time in a separate place or in an adventure. And I do think that obviously the next few months, you are going to see some planning start, some planning begin for that. The Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, delivering something that costs money, moving into something where the emotions are better, the emotions are more isolated. And during that period, I think things do kick up a little bit, and you do see some kind of growth, and you see some good things sort of grow out of that, or some interesting things. It's almost like we had this new adventure, new experience together, and now that makes us more prominent in our feelings, or better in our feelings indeed. So there we go. We're going to do a group live reading with Dr. Mystical and Tarot Magician. I'd love to. I know that Dr. Mystical had a vacation. He doesn't like to stream a lot. So it may be me and Tarot Magician, but Dr. Mystical is welcome to come. I do want to make a bunch of videos. Number 1, I want to make the best decks of the year. Number 2, I want to make a video, a collab, and have people vote for what decks are you most excited in 2024? Like what is definitely on the pre-order list? What's definitely something that, you know, can't be missed in 2024? So I think that'd be 2 great videos and have some great perspectives on that. Susan, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Got Black Swan as another donation as well. I appreciate that. All right, let's go a little bit for the Forest Creatures version 2. Does Keith have any intentions for me at all? If so, what are they? I think Keith buys you a sweet little gift. I think Keith buys you a sweet little gift. Maybe flowers, maybe some jewelry, maybe something. It's just sort of something like they're putting it out there. They're throwing it out there and seeing what happens, right? The Fool. Let's do something different in 2024. What we've done before isn't working. It isn't functioning exactly like we'd like it to be. But the Queen of Coins, I'm going to spend a little money, and the King of Coins, I'm going to deliver something. So I think that is the next intention that you have. It's almost like they're coming at you with a gift. They're bringing a gift. They're bringing something of value, and they want you to know that it is valuable. They want it. They want you to really appreciate that. Speaking of appreciation, we got Ocean is up in the house. We got Hermit Mysticism. What is going on? Let's get NC right now. NC want to know something. What do they want to know? Terry's thoughts on getting to know me better. We got Sarah on the PayPal side. We still got Britnay. We're going to do Britnay right next. And then we will pop in. We got more Samantha readings. All right, this is going on. Terry's thoughts on getting to know me better. The Temperance card with the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, sort of this dancing, sort of elevating a mood. It's almost like Terry is expecting you to elevate their mood. Maybe they're sort of down and out right now. Maybe they're having a little bit of a problem. Maybe they're a little bit on the emotionally unstable section, but it feels like that they're looking for you to fix something. They're looking for you to bring in some value over here. This Two of Pentacles, making the choice to be around you, making the choice to be there. I think that is going to be important over here. The Temperance card, sort of approaching, sort of moving in, sort of wrapping arms around. So I do think that is very positive. This is very positive. Four of Swords, it may take a little longer than you had expected. Overall, we'll get the love balloons. Four, getting to know you a little bit better. It is looking good indeed. I like it quite a bit. All right. Let's see what's going on. We got Karima, the $5 donation. Let's go ahead and get that knocked out. We still got one more. ᗯOᗪᗪᗪ over here. I don't know what we used or what we haven't used at this point. I don't know. I know you like the TarotOracle deck, if I can find it. There it is. TarotOracle deck, and then we use the Thoth for the big finale. For the big finale, we will use the Thoth, and we need to do Britnay still. We need to do Britnay still. Let me do Britnay real quick. And Britnay, I have no idea what your question is. Let me scroll around and find it. Britnay, let me know what your question is, and we will get you in the mix. So Britnay, type out your question. Don't put any emotes in it, and we'll get you in the mix. In the meantime, we'll get Karima, the next phase, with the TarotOracle deck over here. Kind of addicted with that. Power of the P, welcome. Appreciate you hanging out. Thank you very much for your donation. All right, let's put this one up. And let's get the TarotOracle deck for 2. What's Dwight's next actions towards me? All right, we'll do that right after. Karima in the $5 section. Is he kind of addicted to me currently? I mean, I would assume so. He keeps coming around. He keeps coming around. People have better things to do in their life than hang out with you if they don't like you, if they're not addicted with that. Oh, there's very much an emotional addiction in here. We got the Moon over here. Very untuned emotion, very emotional addiction to you, and very sort of linked together in emotion. It's almost like that they can feel when you're sad, or they can feel when you're having certain emotions. I really think that's something that does sort of come in there. You do have the Queen of Wands, which is going to be kind of you. We talked about that before. You do have the beautiful Queen of Wands over here. We are having some good emotional connection. We're having some good emotional feels in here, and I like that. Willing to go on the adventure, willing to go on the move with that. So I'm willing to take my emotions and go to the next stage. I'm willing to pick those up and work with them. I'm willing to pick those up and take those along, right? We have a level of celebration, and the level of celebration comes from going on the adventure together, being together, and being emotionally connected. I do think that, again, they can feel your emotions when you're sad, or when you're out, what have you with that. All right, so we do have now Britnay question. Was Dwight's next actions towards me? Let's see what's going on. Let's see if Dwight's going to be all right for you, or if Dwight's going to be a pain in the butt. I don't know. We got 2 more, Samantha. Samantha, did you put all your questions out there? Let me know. Let me know. I do have you in the queue with that. But yeah, let's see. What are Dwight's? We got Dwight over here. Next actions towards me. Oh, man, you do have a 3. Have they been stalking you? Have they been looking at your social media? Have they been perusing your social media? They've been perusing around and what have you? It's almost like that they've been looking at you. They've been thinking about something. And I think that sort of they need a connection, or they need something towards you, but they're afraid to do it, or they're hesitant either to reach out, or they're hesitant to do something, or they're hesitant to take any actions over here. And so they sort of gather gathered it up. So I think they have a lot of unique ideas, or maybe different ideas. I want to communicate with you in this way. I want to connect with you in that way. And it feels like there's sort of pending that needs to be done, but it's not done. It's not happening with that. And you do have sort of needs a destination, or needs something firm, something real, something that they can hang on to. It's almost like that they have just a bunch of dreams, fantasies, or are, you know, looking at something that's unrealistic rather than realistic. I think once they get more realistic, you're going to see a realistic connection or some realistic action. Right now, I think they're either stalking you, or they're a little bit on that mode of like, you know, what are we going to do next, or how are we going to do this next? Speaking of next, we got Samantha is next indeed. Will I bond with Honey Bun if I adopt Honey Bun? Is that a bond that we can do? A James Bond? I don't know. Maybe a James Bond. You never know. Or a government bond. You know, I have no idea. Let's see. Where's the ending soon? We're going with the ending soon. So Power of the P will be the last donation over there. We still got some PayPals to do. We will get on those here in a minute. We'll do the PayPals right after Nessa. So we're going to do Golden Yellow, Nessa, PayPals, come back to Anne, Susan, we'll do Karima, come back to Black Swan, Power of the P, and that will be it. All right, will I bond with Honey Bun if I adopt her? She's from the same place that I got Newman. Oh, wow. That looks like a yes. It looks like a yes indeed. I'm like the Seven of Swords. Like, I think this is a dog that you really want to take. This is going to be one of the ones where you want to take the dog immediately. Like, I need the dog right now. I want to take the dog right now. You know what I'm saying? That's Seven of Swords. Let's escape together. Let's head this way. Let's do a shelter breakout and head the other direction. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Like, you want to dedicate the money. You want to put the money down now. And I think this is going to be a pretty decent bond with that. King of Swords. I think that Honey Bun has a different way of communicating with you, or has a different style of communication that is interesting. And I think you'll find that to be a little bit, I think it'll take you off guard a little bit, quite frankly. That's what I think. All right, we'll save your other donation for a little bit longer. High Priestess, thank you for your donation. We still got you in the queue. I want to knock out Golden Yellow, Nessa, a couple of PayPals, and come back. We'll come back to you, Samantha, in just a momento, in uno momento, as it goes. And yeah, we're going to do a little bit of the anime deck. I love this deck. I think it'd be perfect for Golden Yellow over there. Will the books do financially okay? Will it be all right with that? Queen of Pentacles says by far yes. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Wow. That is a definite yes. You got the money, the money rolling in. Looking nice indeed. The big thing is the Nine of Pentacles, right? The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, High Priestess, I will fit you in, no problem. But the Nine of Pentacles is a reward. It is the results. It is the payout from something that we have done, right? We talk about it in my book, the Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles combo. This is something that I've worked towards. I planted the seeds for success, and now the seeds have sprouted, and I have all of the money flowing right in there. And the Queen of Pentacles, I'm able to use that money, and I'm able to have that on my side. Seven of Cups, I have a lot of different ways to I had to sneeze. And a lot of different ways to do this, and I think that it turns out successfully. So yes, you have some beautiful cards in there. And let me inhale some water here so I don't die. All right, water's down. We're ready to go. Let's do the art tarot. Yes, it is. The Revival Art Tarot. I'm not sure if I like this one anymore. I do have the version 2. I know I need to sell that. I think I'm going to put a lot of tarot decks on sale on the Etsy site I'm just going to load it up. Going to load it up with that. Nessa is next. Anything I need to know. In love, we're waiting for love in all the wrong places. Waiting for love in too many spaces. I don't know. Ten of Wands. That's sort of interesting. Don't get too attached. Let it breathe. Let it breathe. You know what I'm saying? You just need to let some things breathe. Let it pull back a little bit. Let it expand on its own. It feels like that we get in this mode of the Ten of Wands. I put all of these expectations. I put all of these things out there, and you know, that is going to be it. That's going to be much better as far as we go. Ten of Swords as far as this. If a love isn't working, cut it off. I think as far as love coming in, you do have some opportunities, but they are tempting you a little bit with that Devil card almost behind that Ten of Swords. This is something, if it's not working for you, if it's not being, 100% for you, then let it go. Don't hang on to anything and try to modify, try to change it. I don't think that will work overall. Ten of Coins, happy home, happy family. I do think you have some beautiful opportunities coming in, especially around March 11th, March 15th. I think that is the real key. That is the real beauty that is waiting in there for you. All right. Speaking of waiting in there for me, we got another Samantha read. And since she likes the art tarot so much, we'll go ahead and use that one. You need this deck. It is nice. It is nice indeed. What will draw my next partner to me? Where's my next partner? What will draw them in? What will make them excited? What will make them enthusiastic about me? You have that Nine of Cups. You just know what the hell you're doing. You know, and it's hard to sort of find anybody that just knows what the hell they're doing. Most people are just sort of wandering around and bumping up against this wall. And it's almost like they're playing pinball in real life. They're sort of bouncing off of here, then going over here, then wandering over here. It feels like that Nine of Cups. You know what you want. You know how to get it. You know how to pursue it. And you're not really going to waste a lot of time. Like, you're not just fussing around, screwing around. You're definitely on the path to success. And once you get something in your sight, once you know that this is right, you're willing to chase it. You're willing to do the work needed, right? You're willing to carry the water jugs or the water bottles or what have you, and sort of make the hard decisions to make that happen. So I really think that's a good draw. Somebody who's finally, sort of stable, someone who has everything together, and more off, somebody who knows exactly what they're doing and how they're doing it, right? You have that star. Like, you have a lot of things mapped out. You have a lot of things already prepared. You don't really, need to make any big decisions, because most of the decisions have been made and you're kind of ready to rock and roll with those. There we go. Does D miss me?
Everybody loves the D.
I don't know. Most people love the D, but it appears that the D may not love us back. Let's see what's going on. Does the D miss me at all? The Tower. I mean, I think that you've affected their life in more than one way. You brought some stability, you brought some love, you brought some good feelings. But the thing is you bring extremes. You bring extremes, right? We have the Ten of Cups, happy home, happy family, followed by another extreme of the Tower. And it feels like that's the frustrating part, and the part that's really sort of keeping them away at the moment is just with this extreme, the next extreme, the next extreme. It feels like they just want to relax. They just want to have something stable, and they just want to sort of enjoy it while they can. A King of Wands, right? I've done the actions. I've done the things that I need, and now I have some stability. Now I have things that are going to be a little bit better off. So yeah, I think they miss you, but they just realize that it is a lot. It is a lot to get this going. It is a lot to keep this stable. It is a lot to keep this moving. Let's get the super duper Linares. I think we actually had that out on the table. we had that out on the table with that. Will the YouTube channel be successful? It will if everybody likes and subs. Like and sub if you would, please. It makes people think that this stream doesn't suck, and that would greatly be appreciated over there, because hopefully the stream doesn't suck. All right, but yeah, will the new YouTube channel be successful? Oh, you have a King of Cups with the suspended one. I think the Hanged Man points to that, making the YouTube a little bit different than everybody else, making the YouTube have your own spin, have your own kind of look and feel, have your own unique perspective. The more unique it is, the more it draws people in, and the more it takes people off guard, like, whoa, I didn't expect that, or whoa, I didn't expect, kind of where that was at. Overall, the King of Cups just says, that's sort of interesting indeed. I think that you need to hook people more emotionally when you do get started, when you do get rocking and rolling on it. I think that's going to be something big and something that makes a huge difference as far as that goes. Overall, I go to YouTube to escape. So don't drag me back into real life. Give me an escape. Give me something that brings me on a different adventure, that brings me on something unique. And I think more people will pack on as they see that. So I do think it'll be successful if you got the twists and the turns and all of the things ready to go with that. Black Swan has everything ready to go tonight. Use a super duper Linares once more. We got Sarah in the mix. All right. Follow up. Will they recover after the separation? Or will it be the beginning of the end? All right. We got the wrong deck again. Let's put the super duper Linares up. We don't get that again. We got the Poe or the Tarot in Wonderland. We'll do the Tarot in Wonderland. Everybody does like this deck. Needs a little bit of a shuffle. This has been not on the table for a while. This has been out for a little while there. All right, Philip, will they recover after the separation, or will it start? Will it start over from the end? Or I don't know. Will it start at the end? All right. Let's see, the start of the end after the separation. 8 of Swords. I think it's nice. Now, I think one of them finds somebody during the separation. I think one of them has a backup. One of them has a backup during the separation. The 2 of Swords, where, I have somebody on the side. I have a backup. I have somebody else that I was interested in, somebody else that I was looking at with that. 8 of Swords says I really couldn't connect with them. I really couldn't be around them and whatnot. But I think after the separation, that gets going. Now, does the other person find out? The Fool says no. The Fool says this is well hidden. This is well hidden indeed. The Judgment card, a new opportunity, a new thing going on. So you have this trick of, should I do this new person or should I go back to the old one? I think they are drawn back to the old one, but you have that coalescence of the new versus the old, and you're going to have a little Lord of Strife in that mix, no doubt about that. Sarah Taylor wants to know, will M move from place to place? Let's see what's going on with that. And Mary R. Ooh. All right. We got S. Want to know, will M really move to a new country? And Mary R. All right. We're going to move to a new country. We're going to relocate ourselves into some different place, some unknown destination. I don't know. That seems like an Art of Adventure tarot, but we already used that one, so let's use a little bit of the little Buddha. We got the little Buddha in action over here. That's what I'm talking about. Lots and lots of Buddha action going through here. All right, let's make this happen. Will M really move to a new country and marry R? Or is that going to be something where the love balloons pop? We're not able to get it done. We're not able to make this happen. Little Buddha's going to let us know the real answer to this. Justice, the Moon, 9 of Wands, and a 3 of Cups. I think it's a pipe dream. I think it's something that really sounds good, but logistically, it's a pain in the ass. You get the 9 of Wands. Like, logistically, this ain't working out the way that I would like it to work out, right? But the 3 of Cups, I'm excited about this. It brings me something interesting. It brings me something cool. But the balance is not there with that Justice card. We don't have have that level of interest. We don't have that level of stability that we would like. So I think it's fantastic. I think it's absolutely amazing, but realistically, can you do it? I'm going to go with a thumbs down. We're going to go with a thumbs down with that. Valerie, we are wrapping up for tonight. We will be back, I believe, on Thursday or Friday, one of the two. All right, but yeah, S, we got that. Will M get upset with R getting a vasectomy? I don't know. Is that going to be something that we could do with that? Maybe. I don't know. Vasectomy, no vasectomy, we'll see. We got S wants to know. Vasectomy drama? Vasectomy drama, mama. Will M get upset at R having a vasectomy? I don't know. I don't know, a little bit of a snip here, a little bit of a snip there, and all of a sudden, everything doesn't work as it should. The star, the world, the Five of Swords, the cutting happens in the Five of Swords, the snip happens, and the Five of Cups, we are upset at the snip. We are upset at the snip right there. The star, we had plans. We wanted to do this. We wanted to do that. We had all sorts of amazing, wonderful things planned and waiting, and it should have went like this, and it should have went like that. It should have went with a wiffle ball bat, but no, it didn't. The world, the star, things are broken. Things are not going to be the same, and the snip, we are upset about that. So that is the way it goes. That is the way that it goes. But yes, that's what happens. That is what happens, my friends. You get the snip. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. Or something, I don't know. Something, I think it goes something like that. Karima is next. Let's make it happen over here with some thought. You know you love it. You know you want it. You know you are addicted to the thought. You are addicted to all of the fancy decks over here. We have all of the fancy decks. We need to sell some of these because we got way too many. We got way too many decks. All right. Does he want any new changes for this connection? Ooh, that's a good question. Want any new changes? Where do we want this to go? What kind of things are we going with that? New changes here. Oh, the Empress is interesting. Is interesting indeed. I do think that they want some new innovations. They want some new things within the context of this relationship. They want some new things to be introduced. It's almost like, let's introduce something new. Let's introduce some, not really big changes, but let's introduce some minor things and see how it goes. I really think that they kind of want to just grab the steering wheel of the relationship. They want to kind of start steering it in their direction or steering it in a direction that works, right? What we have functions, but it doesn't function on a level that everybody is 100% content. Everybody is good with. So let's start something new. Let's make some modifications that are going to bring us up to speed here and are going to make us a little bit more happy. So you are going to see them try to take the steering wheel here and be like, let's make some minor connection changes. Let's make some minor things, modifications and what have you, and kind of see where it takes us. All right, so what direction is he wanting the connection to go? Deep inside. Let's see what that is. We got some changes. We have some changes that need to be made here. What is it going to be, or what is it going to mean over there? Oh man, they want some different sex stuff. I think they want some modifications in the sex. We have the devil over here, which is very sexual over here. We have another very sexual card with the strength card. But yeah, we're not named strength, but you get the idea. And we do have some how are you going to react to this? So they want some changes in bed. They want some modifications in bed. They want some modifications sexually to be doing things a little bit different. We're mixing fire and water. It could be a mixture of things that don't work, a mixture of things that don't operate as well as they should, but we do have some very sexual cards around that. So it's almost like lovemaking needs to be different. Lovemaking needs to be on a different level. It needs to have some changes made to it, some modifications, and maybe those will work out good. Let's get AN modifications next over here. Yeah, we got the Thoth goes here. This deck goes here. I'm like remodeling this thing. I'm remodeling this whole tarot tower over here. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I have a remodeling obsession today, apparently. I need to remodel the tarot tower and make everything in a new place so I can't find it. Am I able to spend this year without anything terrible happening online? Like the pattern is going right now. Let's see. If we can get online without anything terrible happening. High Priestess, you got a Six of Pentacles. I do think that it is possible to get that done, right? Seven of Wands. I think you're able to be more defensive. I think you're able to stave off some of the things that are happening online, some of the things that are inconvenient, and the Six of Pentacles, be able to get more opportunities, be able to get a better feel, be able to get a better look as far as that goes. And I think that's going to be worth it. The High Priestess says it's really obvious what we've been doing wrong. And that is the key, right? It's really obvious what to avoid. It's really obvious what we've been doing wrong. It's really obvious as well, right? And the Three of Cups, we're able to get a better feel. We're able to get things on a better platform. And it feels like that now that we know what to modify, it is modifiable enough that we can get a handle on it indeed. So I think that is a definite thumbs up. We're able to get online. Nothing terrible is going to happen. Everything will be all right. Magician, thank you for your donation. I will get your reading on Thursday or Friday when I'm back. We do have the donation cutoff, and I do have to go after the next few readings. But yeah, let's get Power of the P is next. Oh, we need a good deck for you, Power of the P. We need a really golden deck. Oh, the Key Tarot. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a nice one. Power of the P. Nice one. Magician. Happy New Year to you. What is going on, Magician? Good to see you. How are you doing? All right. Let's see what's going on here. There's a Gemini feeling for muah and none. The Gemini thinking. The Gemini feeling. What's going on with the Gemini? By the way, this is the Key Tarot, as evidenced by the key right there. That's what's going on here. I'm thinking or feeling for me. Devil with the Six of Cups. Yeah, I mean, I think that they're in a physical realm of thinking about you, right? The Nine of Cups into the Devil. I'm thinking about you physically. I kind of have that feeling. We need to get connected physically. We need to get going physically. The Nine of Cups, I'm sort of bringing it in. I'm presenting this. So I think that there's definitely want something physical going in. The Four of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Devil, you have a lot of connections, and you'll have a lot of physicality, within this. So I think that is sort of the thoughts, the feels that you have in there, and I think that's kind of where they are pushing towards, or where are they headed towards with that, maybe.
Music to make love to.
We'll see with that indeed. All right, we got a lot of emails to clear out. There we go. All right, we got Power of the P is also next. And finally, we're rounding out with High Priestess tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Hope everybody had a fantastic new year. I've got a New Year resolution related to stock trading. I need to get a New Year's resolution related to tarot. I need to get a lot of my stuff back online. I need to make a lot of new videos. I've been really slacking because I haven't been feeling so good, but I need to get up and just make it happen. How to win in the little bump. How to win in the little bump in their road. I've got going on. All right. We got a bump in the road going on. How to win it. King of Swords, Page of Swords. Be sneakier. Be sneakier. But, you know, use a little more stealth. Don't just go in head first and kind of be like, yo, this is me and this is what I'm doing and what have you. You definitely kind of have that feel of, you know, there you go. But yeah, I think the King of Swords with the Page of Swords, be a little more stealthy. Don't go in just straight up. You want to sort of hide some of your objectives. You want to hide things. things, you know, sort of going through there, and you definitely don't want to be straight up with it. The Empress feels like don't get too comfortable. You have had a little bit of just getting too comfortable, being on the one place, doing one thing. In reality, you needed to sort of get it moved forward. You needed to get it changed a little. So don't get too comfortable. Always be in that attentive mode. Always be in reaction mode and be kind of ready. Be kind of ready to go, right? Kind of in chess. Once they make a move, you already have your next move planned with that. The Moon, leave your emotions out of it. Emotions are really getting in your way in this particular instance. Leave those out of it, or you will get into just a phase where you're just like, that's not working. That's not working for me, and pulls you in a direction you don't really want to be in. FS, thank you for your donation. We are on the finalization here with the donation cutoff. So FS Magician, you will be first on my next stream, either Thursday or Friday. Yeah, let's get that happen. High Priestess is next, making it happen over here. Robbie sent to clarify some misinformation. What's he thinking towards me after this misinformation was clarified, after things were put on a little bit better, after things were a little bit, you know, a little bit on the better side here? Is this going to make a difference? The Death card with the Six of Swords, right? I don't think that you clarified it enough. It's almost like they still need more clarification. The Tower and the Sun, things have collapsed. We have maybe the original concept, the original ideas collapsed. The original idea is not sort of 100%. But the Sun, like we're on this new thing, but I really don't understand the new thing. I need more clarification. I mean, it feels like there's still some misinformation or some clarification needed in the information or what have you, because the Death card says we're just like, we're not in that mode. We're not in that mix. It feels like that you said something that you didn't mean because they have this different view of what you said, right? You said this, but you didn't really mean these parts. You meant these other parts, right? It's almost like you weren't talking in just perfectly logical, and they're misinterpreting, or at least interpreting things a little bit differently than you had anticipated. Indeed, he may need to clarify a little bit more. And to be clarified a little bit more as well, we'll be back on Thursday or Friday, I think Thursday, and then it will pick up with the rest of the donations. FS and a Magician, thank you again. We will see you then.